All right, so the recording has begun. By
Oh,
extension, the stream has begun. And by
oh
extension,
no.
another video that I have yet to upload to YouTube has begun.
Oh no.
That's just going to be what I do for like an afternoon one day. Just go through and post them all and skim through each one to make sure I'm giving proper attributions for all the different pictures and whatnot used. So
It'll be
good.
like when Last Week Tonight drops like an entire season on
From
YouTube.
like 2013 or something, and you're like, oh no, that problem. Still here.
Oh wait, that's still relevant. Shit.
Turns out private prisons are still really bad.
Shock and awe.
Yeah. But hey, we're
Ugh.
here. We're back.
Yeah.
And we're doing this thing.
Yay.
And I got some pictures up from last time still. So we got some Kilthak over here, and we got some kindling over here, and we got some, Dreams End map over here. That's good times. Um, you did your recap rolls, and Penelope got a 20, so Penelope chooses what to do.
Um. Hmm. See, I could be really mean and make Anise or Mishka do it. Um.
As they scream
But
from the
Artie is
kitchen.
currently downstairs. Um. Hmm. Uh. Mishka says Mishka is making coffee. I am not doing the Mishka accent. I cannot make the Mishka accent happen. Um.
Is
Hmm.
important bean juice. Make
Mishka
awake.
is making bean juice. um.
Is
Uh.
aggressive soup.
You know what? Bjorn can do it.
Oh, oh boy. I
That's
have
a
to
spirit.
remember like the start of our technical session last time because I don't remember.
It started with Penelope still inside the church
Oh
and
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
else
yeah.
leaving.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay. So what happened was uh Penelope and Lucretia got to talk, and Penelope, for some reason, even though she's a bomb ass bitch, questioned if she was good or not at her job to Lucretia and others. We'll get to that.
Look,
Uh,
performance reviews are important.
she has imposter syndrome. It's fine. We love her.
Woof, called out.
I mean, she asked like three fucking people, even though the first one said she was great. Did fucking listen to Lucretia.
Man, you
She's a
wait till
bomb
she
bitch.
has her conversation with Vivian.
Oh my god, girl, you're amazing. Don't let
look,
Aidin
she
know because he'll gas her up without like
look. Maybe she just needs to be told that she's amazing like 20 times a day.
Okay, I
It's a
have my
thing.
bean juice.
welcome back. So Penelope was like, "Did I do good?" And because she's like, "Yeah, you're doing great." And the ruler's like, "You're doing great." And she gets a reward, and I don't remember what the reward is.
It was a little
Um,
card.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little card that can turn to a library card because she was told that Vivi's at the library making friends with one of the rulers. Uh, so now she can go in there and go say hey to her sister, who totally didn't make a poem out of books, spines being like, I am an amazing person. And so we found out that Vivi's here, and then was there anything else that y'all talked about with Vivi? I know
Uh,
Vivi was a thing there. I don't wanna miss anything from that
I mean, those
conversation.
were the major beats.
Okay.
Um,
And then from there, you went outside, and then it hand over to, um I think it was last session where it was Aiden and Annis had a conversation where Aiden kinda told Annis what was going on,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
then
Dennis showed up out of the tree, and Aiden got excited for a minute, and then he was less
yeah.
excited when he realized it was only Annis.
It's not only Anise, it's just, the bad timing. We love Anise. And then when Anise walked away, there was a person, a fire elemental lady named Kindling, who was like, I've been watching y'all. We all have. We're called Backdraft, and we would like to get with you about, helping out Phantasmals, and we're willing to work. And yeah, so that's a whole new faction opened up. And then Annis went over to Aidin to kind of update that, and then went over to Penelope and Co and crew, and they went to Waffle House while Aidin waited by the tree for Kilthak. Um, and also was like, "What message do you want me to leave for your mom?" Um, and at Waffle House they talked for a bit, and then Kilthak showed up, and essentially, Morgan's because I had to even be like, question mark. That was Morgan showing slight care in her own way, um, being like, "Yo, dog, that's stupid. Uh, y'all gonna let him go on his own?" And Anise was like, "I'm probably gonna go talk to him again." And then Derek had also been like, "Yeah, we should let him go alone." And both me and Artie were like, "Hey, Derek, is that you volunteering?" Teehee.
Yeah, that's true. That
It
did
was
happen.
yeah. And then we decided at the Waffle House that the party, I guess, is gonna split up because Penelope wants to go to the library. So like the bears are gonna follow Penelope, and then Anise and the boys are gonna kind of go meet back up with Ida and figure out like, hey, let's probably go with you. And I figured, Annis will have, I guess, another like kind of 1v1 before the guys just show up. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, no. Party's splitting, shit's happening. We need money, which was told to the backdraft because we broke bitches and we're not all Penelope pop idol rock star. Oh, and then
So yeah, we
Penelope.
we
What?
No,
realized that Diana and Buck were both
oh
gone, and
yeah,
we
her
accidentally called
wallet's
Diana the
gone.
bunny. Yeah.
Um, so they're back getting stuff identified. Apparently the homies back at base had a party without Diana. She's stuck on cleanup, which is BS. Uh, ground all of them. Uh,
Clarification, no one said she had to clean up. That's on her.
oh, okay. Well, damn it, Diana, don't clean up. Don't do it. Um, and then Penelope is about to get with Vivian. And I'm pretty sure she's good. Is she asking if she did okay?
What?
I said, is she about to get with Vivian? I think she's happy. She's getting with Vivian now to see if she did good.
She'd be
Need
like, all
advice,
right, so I've already heard that I'm really awesome like 5 times today, and I
but I
came here to
needed a sixth
6.
time. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of where we're starting up. Is we're gonna start with Penelope, and then we'll back half later to the other party. But we want Penelope now.
Do we?
What do we want it now?
Adventure.
I would like to be
Do
like Eldritch.
we?
Mhm, mhm.
Well, okay then.
Yeah. Yeah. Recap finished, baby.
You
Proud
did
of
it.
you.
Thank you.
You
My
recapped.
brain hurts.
So yeah, that is a lot of stuff that happened last time. Um, so yeah, groups decides to split up. Uh, Penelope's gonna have her chat with the home office. So, uh, let me just get a picture of who she's talking to up so that there's something on the screen. Do do
The one
do.
lady that I have not gotten art for yet.
Which is why it's fun. It's okay. We have ancient Picrew for her, I think. Don't we?
Oh, we
All
did.
right. I-
We got
Where
something.
is she listed as lady? Yeah, that might be it. Oh God, no, that's the type moon art. Let's not use that.
Yeah, no.
Bah.
Official art? What?
It's not great official art. It's like
Never.
a black and
Yeah.
white manga picture from 2006-ish. Like it's not great.
Yeah, like I thought about sending it to Maki to be like, here's this, I guess. And I was like, no, we're not going to use
All
that.
right, let's find her. There she is.
If you look at Nimue in the images, that's even older.
Look. I feel like we have newer than this, but this is what I could find. So here you go. Yeah, I think we have a newer one than this, but this is what I could find. Uh, Fun
This
thing
one's
for
fine.
anyone who has not tried the DM side of Fantasy Grounds, every time they do a major update, they scramble all your stuff around and you don't know where it went or how to find it. And so you hope you gave things correct names. And when you don't want people to accidentally find out who people are, you use very generic descriptions and then you have to find those. But anyway, yeah, so people have left you alone. You are outside and you've done your little ritual and you have summoned a Vivian.
Oh
You are
shit.
next to the water, and she is thus has enough water to work with to appear your size.
Oh man, she's short.
She's she's 4 foot one.
How dare she? Penelope's just like, I see how it is.
Seemed only fitting given what you did to that fellow from the Einsburns. Think I didn't notice that?
Wait. Oh. Uh. Oh. I mean, he deserved it though.
Do you see being short as a problem, Penelope?
No, but he deserved to be 1 inch shorter than I am.
That's a very interesting philosophy you have. Does that also apply to everyone else shorter than you?
No, look, I can't explain my logic there. Okay.
That's fair. That's fair. You've had a long few days. How are you doing?
I'm. I think I'm okay. Um.
I hope my sister's not giving you too much trouble.
No, she's been fine. She's been doing really well. Um.
My understanding is that she almost died.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Yeah. She's doing really well, except for that.
She can take
Um.
care of herself. She's been to war.
Yeah. But yeah. No, that was. Oh God, that was rough. But I mean, she's fine. Um. Like I think she's coming around to to being cooperative. Like I know she's been talking to Nimue a lot, and um, I mean I know she doesn't really get to talk to you much because it kind of messes with things. But
It gets a bit complicated. It's put some stress on our relationship, but we find our ways.
yeah,
Not shockingly, the past has ways of getting messages to the future. It's just a little bit harder in the other
yeah,
direction.
yeah. I mean, and if you need to pass anything along to her, I can, I'll do it.
I'm sure you will. No, for the most part, I'm letting her find her way right now. She's been removed from the world for some time, and honestly, if she thinks that I'm sending any messages through you, that's just going to put a strain in your relationship with her. She would
That's
think I'm
fair.
using you somehow.
That's yeah, yeah. I did offer for her to like to be here for a minute while we were talking, but she's like, I know I need to step away. And I'm like, okay.
She can be standoffish when she wants to. Just consider it progress versus back when she would just leave. There's
Uh,
nothing supernaturally binding her to your presence, so if she's sticking around you, then you're doing something right.
that's true. And then she hasn't really asked too much of me either, so there's that.
That is that is promising in a way. Just be aware that there will eventually come a time where she does.
mm, eh, we'll
So
deal
long
with
as
that when we get there.
you understand what you're being asked to do and what the price of it is, you can work with her.
Yeah. Um, how have you been holding up?
Things have been interesting on this side of the world, especially gazing back into your in between space and, of course, your side of the world. I'm sure you're aware, but I suppose for you it would have been last night. The butcher was released from his geese. and by
Mm-hmm.
extension, the harvesters are free to pursue whatever activities they wish without fear of him.
Mm-hmm.
That said, many of their number are currently in the reverse side of the world, so
Oh,
not sure how far the news is passed to this side yet. Well, this side being your side. Like, my side does not really concern itself with them.
they're on your side of the world?
No, your side. Well,
Oh,
the the
okay,
normal
okay.
the
That side.
the human
I was about to say,
foundation
like, how
side.
the heck did they get over there?
They would not last very long here.
No. Yeah, like, I mean, most of them died trying to go up the mountain anyway, so
That would not bode well for them then. The
no.
From the way that it seemed to me when looking in on what occurred, the mountain would be mildly refreshing for us. So if they're having trouble with that, they would not do well here.
Refreshing. So, there a higher amount of concentration there?
By a bit, yes. The the side of the world that I'm in is much higher concentration. I suppose the closest equivalent you might find would be if a normal human were to go into a location with higher levels of background radiation.
Oh,
Their body would not process it, they would eventually become sick. Now,
oh,
if you were to be here for a short time, I'm sure as a phantasmal you would have more resilience to it than a human, but it would take its toll. That
right,
was unfortunately a hard lesson learned shortly following the separation of the two sides of the world, as many a phantasmal came here who could not make it, and it was very unfortunate for them.
yeah, that is sad.
There were processes that we could do to help them, but it was not without its cost in and of itself.
Mm. So, have any other phantasmals shown up over there lately? Because I know there was a bunch that were gonna go over like a while back.
You mean the druids and the
Yeah,
people of Sherwood?
yeah.
There were there were murmurings that that was going to happen, but so far as I've seen, they seem to be content with waiting to see how this Grail War of yours plays out.
Ooh, okay, good.
They've sent messages and bottles through a a bubble, as you're calling them, located near the Einsburn forest.
What are you
Some
guys doing with the bottles?
Depends on who finds them. Before we stationed guards to receive them properly, they found their way into the hands of much more trickstery Fae who seemed to
Oh
have
no.
fun writing new messages and throwing them back through, or
Oh no.
throwing bottles through that did not contain messages, but rather contained things that they thought would be funny.
Oh
Um,
no.
at one point, one of them threw a bottle with a pixie through, and
No.
the pixie managed to get back in time, but it did not make things smooth for them once she did. So
Ugh.
they enjoy their mischief. You can't really expect them to listen, but as it is, our biggest concerns are actually from the bubbles in the world appearing in more and more places and leading
Right.
to more and more things incidentally falling through them and not surviving upon arrival here. We do what we
Right.
can to identify these as they happen, but we've had a number of items and creatures fall through and expire. I fear that this situation is getting worse with time, so I am also hopeful that you can facilitate this event in such a way that the issue is remedied soon.
I hope so too. It it's kind of funny because that sounds a lot like what happens here. Because like there'll be these like weird storms that just drop a bunch of things here that got lost on, I guess, the surface level.
You're saying that
I don't
they're
know.
disappearing from the surface of the world and appearing there?
Yeah, like stuff that the world has kind of forgotten.
Interesting. The world here is a bit protean. It changes with time, so it's difficult to notice the absence of something without just assuming it's become something else. Like it's not uncommon for you to go over a hill expecting a forest only to find out that the forest has since moved. So I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't even aware that we were losing things of our own. I suppose if you encounter something in Dream's End that seems like it should be on this side of the world, uh, if you can, please direct it back for its own safety. I'm not sure that creatures native here will survive for long periods of time in Dream's End.
Yeah.
It may depend. I would not be surprised if they found areas similar to uh, the mountains near your base of operations to set themselves up.
Hmm.
Obviously, it could sustain a dragon for some time,
Yeah.
but there are no doubt other areas that could not. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
the dragon senses regards to your group as I suppose thanks would be the most generous interpretation of it. He's still grouchy from the entire experience, but
I mean, I
Albion is
don't blame him.
nonetheless stretching out and enjoying the ability to fly freely in this world. So
Yeah.
I suspect that the world is at odds with his remains under your clock tower, while
Right.
simultaneously he himself is here in a diminished but recovering capacity.
Hmm.
It is a strange way that dragons themselves seem to be able to recover from almost anything given the opportunity and sufficient mana. I'm sure that in due time he'll be even larger than he was when you first met him, even if he is never quite large enough to supplant a subcontinent. We're trying to prevent that from happening. We don't really want him getting hungry.
No, no. Well, I'm glad he made it back over there and that he's doing better.
He seems
Um.
to appreciate the situation. He actually asked us to pass along something to your group. We may be sending it
Oh.
via Diana for simplicity.
Oh.
It's like a gift from Albion now that he's recovering more of his abilities as a thank you for facilitating his return.
Well, that's nice. I'm sure Diana will get it to us eventually.
How is she
She,
doing?
I don't know. I think she's okay, but I can't tell. Like, like she seems to be doing okay, but she's also I don't know.
She's chosen
She
a challenging path,
yeah, and she
but
keeps getting like leads that go nowhere, and she I don't know. I think she might be losing focus or something. I don't know. She didn't want to come with us to Residuum. She just went back to the base.
she's been a bit of a loner as I understand it. Nimue would know better than I, but for whatever it's worth, to the extent that I'm ever comfortable commenting on anything,
Hmm.
for fear of altering outcomes, you can let her know that what she seeks is possible.
Oh.
I fear if I tell her too much, it will lose that possibility, but it is not impossible.
I mean, she'll be happy to hear that. I hope. But you think something could work out for her?
There are ways to achieve her objectives. Whether those ways are within her means remains to be seen, but it's possible. As I said, some passed over here who could not handle it before, and we've found ways. It's just a question of what she wants and what she's willing to lose to get it.
Hmm.
And the different
Well,
paths
I
offer
don't know.
different things to give up for that, which will be her choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully she figures it out soon. I know. I don't know. I worry about her, but I'm also not gonna push it.
No, if she makes herself open to you, be there for her. If she wishes for space, respect that. And if she's not sure what she needs, be there as she figures it out.
That's yeah, yeah. I can do that. Um. Oh, okay. Unrelated to Diana and her nonsense. Um. Somebody mentioned something earlier that reminded me of something, and then there was like a whole train of thought behind that too. But you you watch over Echo, right?
I do at times.
Okay. Have you kept an eye on her lately?
I've been trying to keep an eye on her progress in what, from your perspective, would be to the south. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as things stand, she is currently in an outpost about to enter the desert.
Gotcha.
If you can believe it, she seems to be using the movies that her friend showed her as a frame of reference for how to interact with these people.
Oh no. Oh Echo, no.
She seems to have found a hat that favors her.
Oh no. Please tell me it's not a cowboy hat.
I will not lie to you, Penelope.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, let's move Echo on the map. Do, 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 do. She's now down here. She'll be passing through the gap between mountains soon and entering the world of unfortunate history. I'm not the best to explain that. Perhaps you can learn more from the natives of that world, but the as I understand it, the land of the south was once lush and prosperous, and then it fell victim to some sort of cataclysmic event that rendered much of it barren, and she is no doubt seeking the remnants of that event so that she could repeat it to make a forest gone to your north.
Yep. Yep.
But in the meantime, she appears to be trying to ride a horse,
Oh dear.
which, while entertaining, is not as entertaining as her trying to get her wolf also on the horse.
Oh no. Oh jeez. And don't let her get into too much trouble.
I do not have as direct of a line to her as I do to you. I will tell you
I
from
know.
peeking ahead, she will have many challenges. It is not a safe place to be, but she can take care of herself.
Yeah, hopefully I can. Uh, so Vivi is here in Residuum. She's over at this library, and I'm hoping I can go run into her there. But once I'm done there, I can. I think I'm gonna try and go catch up with Echo and make sure she's okay.
I suspect that you will not have too much trouble catching up to her. Once you're ready, I'm sure we can send you some kind of vision of the nearest water, though given where she's going, it may not be as close as you would like.
It's true. I'll make it work. Okay, so I think. Oh, and you know that we defeated the butcher. Like, he's done.
As far as I can tell, he's been cut off from the future, yes.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
How do you feel about that?
Eh. I'm glad he's gone. Yeah,
That is an understandable feeling.
yeah. It's weird because like I'm glad he's gone, but I don't know how to feel about it. It was weird seeing like I don't know. It's more like I felt more bad for all of the people that like basically all the people that had died so he could have like all this cool stuff and like it's bad when even like a dead apostle is like please get rid of this guy, he's an asshole.
Yes, I believe the dead apostle whose place he supplanted was released from him.
Yeah,
So in due time, that one will no doubt reassert himself on the world, but it should be quite a while. So
yeah,
that is a concern for others.
yeah, that's it's like honestly the least of our problems right now. Now we've got to deal with the tree and then whatever the heck is going on with the two clock tower people and then whatever the heck Umbersfield's doing and then oh god. And then there's like the last person that we still don't know who it is. It's a lot.
No shortage of tasks for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still, I'm confident in your ability to make miracles happen.
Doing my best.
It's all one can ask.
Yeah. Okay. I think if I'm gonna get any of this done, I need to go ahead and go.
That is fair.
Ugh.
Is there anything that you would like to ask me, Penelope?
Um, I, see, I wanted to ask you if I was doing okay, or if I was doing a good job. But I think I am.
That's good then, because you are.
Yeah.
So far, you've facilitated the defeat of one master. You've awakened my sister without ending the world. And
Always a good thing.
from what I can tell, you have sustained no casualties in a war.
At least not that I'm aware of.
Try to keep that up.
um, yeah. Is there anything you want to ask me?
I believe you said you were going to be going to a library soon.
Yeah.
I will simply say that you should be on your guard when in the presence of witches. That's
Oh.
witches with a capital W.
Oh, so they are witches.
Based on the information that has reached me, the rulers of Residuum are 6 witches, known as the Six Sisters, and they are
Mm-hmm.
practitioners of magic, not magecraft.
Oh.
I don't know much
So,
about their individual abilities because magic by its nature is a mystery, but do not make too many assumptions about their limitations.
gotcha. Okay, I will absolutely keep that in mind. Whew. Okay. All right, I think I've got this. No, not I think I got this. I know I've got this.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. I will see you the next time I see you.
Of course, try to stay safe. Watch out. But I believe in you.
Thank you. And she's going to send Vivian away.
Vivian sinks back into the water, briefly pausing 1 inch shorter than you, smirking, and then going underwater.
Rude.
There you go.
Dang it.
Hey, you
She's
got an
going to go
update on
back over.
Echo.
Yay. Oh, Echo. You can't make a wolf ride a horse.
Listen, I played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You'd be amazed what you can make a 4-legged creature ride.
Next thing I know, you're going to tell me she's riding a chocobo.
You might have to find those elsewhere.
Oh, dear. Okay, she's
Good
going to
times.
go and meet back up with everybody else.
Good times.
Ooh.
Hey, look, it's everybody else.
Oh, shit. It's everybody else. Hey, everybody else. What up?
You are not far away.
What up?
What up? That is actually what she says. She's like, oh, shit. It's everybody else. What's up?
Yours
Welcome
cooking
back.
in the kitchen.
What? I did not hear what you said.
Welcome
Pretty.
back.
Oh, thanks. I had a really good chat with Vivian.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. She did tell me to tell you guys that that Albion sent his thanks. Apparently he's doing much better over on the reverse side.
Oh, that's good.
Apparently they're gonna send something that Albion is sending to us to Diana, and then she's gonna give that to us. Like a weird game of telephone. So, like Lady of the Lake style.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then she did say if when we're going to the library to be careful of the 6 witches. Um, that's the gist of it. So I'm good to go ahead and head on over to the library, honestly.
Then I will follow you.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Same here.
Just flops apron down for a second, tidies off hands. All right, lead the way.
Okay. Anybody else coming along?
I think I need to stay here, personally.
Okay.
Obviously, Aidin isn't going anywhere either.
Okay. Well, in that case, all right, bears, let's roll out.
They transform into fucking Autobots. Let's go.
No.
I thought you would never ask.
Yes.
Okay, so library crew then is Penelope, Bear 1, and Bear 2. I'll let you guys decide who is which.
I'm Bear 1. I'm just...
Bear Force 1 and Bear
Bear-
Force 2.
Pew, 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 pew.
Bear Force 1, no.
Johnny and Morgan, as I understand it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it's not hard to find the library. It's one of the larger buildings in town, and journeying there is pretty easy. Like it's morning, but it's not like you're sitting in traffic. You're walking. You get directions pretty easily. Um, Bjorn, as someone who spent time here, knows where it is, so he could just show you if you don't want to ask for directions.
Thanks.
So
Hey Bjorn, how do we get there?
He fucking leads the way and does like a whole fucking tour guide of all of the food pit stops along the way.
Oh my
Clearly tells which and which hasn't passed food inspection, like he didn't do it himself.
Oh my god.
okay, in that case, Bjorn, along the way, points out the wonderful bakery that you should never eat at,
Oh.
because of mysterious circumstances involving the Hansel and Gretel myth.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a
Uh,
lot of kids that go missing there. You might not want to go there.
Ugh.
he also shows you the most quaint and delicious kebab shop in town.
Yes, we do like the kebabs. Delicious. Nom, 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 nom. He stops over briefly, gets himself a fucking kebab, and then walks back to tour guiding.
It is delicious. It is
Kebab.
delicious kebab. You never ask the question of what the meat is, you just know it's delicious.
Look, I feel like he's connoisseur enough to fucking know. Okay, this man's is he just looks over. He's like kebab to Penelope. Just
Give me an intelligence check. We'll see if he knows what it is.
you know what? I will.
There you go. Get your first roll in.
Yeah, let's go. Eh. 17, baby.
17. Yeah, you know what this is. You've tried to cook with this before. You decided it wasn't ultimately worth your trouble. But
That's not
yeah,
bad.
this is
Yeah.
actually made of a rather large creature that lives in the river and occasionally is known for electrocuting its prey.
Yeah, it's fucking Zappy. That's right, you son of a bitch.
It's well prepared here, but for you, this would not make the Wahoo
Yeah,
menu.
it takes extra prep. He doesn't feel like he don't got
It
time with that at
it
Waffle
doesn't
House.
scale well.
Yeah, he's
Like
just like, oh god, what are they called? Like Behemirs or something? Bemirs or fuck.
oh, what the actual things are called?
Yeah.
That sounds right. You'd think I'd know this off the top of my head, but I don't remember. Let me see. That's an easy
Bahir,
find.
Bahir. It's Bahir. Yeah, he's like,
I think there's a
he's
J in it, right?
no, it's Behir. Bahir.
You are correct.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
they are
just like
here.
he's like puts a kebab. It's like has little kick. It's Bahir. It's just
Yeah, when you chew it, it has a very slight pop rocks experience.
yeah. Nom,
It's
nom, nom,
fun
nom.
and novelty, but it's not your thing. So anyway, yeah, you point out various places along the way. You kind of ignore irrelevant other buildings that would probably be on a normal tour, but you absolutely point out where the best and worst of the food is. Um, Along the way, you would be passing an IHOP. That it is up to you whether you wish to do so.
I mean he'll probably make a pit stop temporarily, but yeah, we'll keep going. We
What does he comment about the IHOP? Because this is a place of
uh
food.
I see you step foot once in there. Our friendship is over, boss bear.
Penelope like sticks a leg out in the direction of the IHOP.
Boss bear. Should watch. Watch for your own good. Don't do that, boss bear. This is where I draw the line. And he draws a quite literal line with his stick in the ground. Don't
She
be
like
broke.
puts her foot on the line and just like makes direct eye contact with Bjorn.
You're playing a
So,
dangerous game.
breakfast establishments, it is a no go. But the lunch or dinner or midnight snack,
No.
no,
No.
no other restaurants but Waffle House for you then.
You can go to other restaurants, just not the IHOP and not the Denny's.
What's a Denny's?
Exactly. Good. Keep going. And he just like pushes her forward towards the library. He just turn and swivel.
Like
And he
as they're
just
walking past the IHOP, she just like reaches over and touches the building briefly and just like makes eye contact with Bjorn again.
his eyes squint at you.
She's like, I know how to play dangerous games and win dangerous prizes.
Penelope, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck. Oh no. Hold on.
He wasn't gonna commit arson there later.
Ugh,
Oh,
19,
nice
baby.
You're fine.
for now.
She just skips on ahead to the library, like, okay.
Walking a little behind the lead are Morgan and Johnny. Yeah, you really shouldn't draw a line. You're going to guarantee she steps on it. Morgan stares at her and she's like, really? She's just gonna, is it that easy to get her to do something? And Johnny replies, it's not a matter of it being easy. It's just a matter of understanding that, like, you can't really control her, so don't try. And that's a bit more directed at Morgan.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god, called out by Johnny. Damn.
We love Johnny. Johnny knows what's up.
I mean, she's
Johnny married.
simultaneously also standing up for you.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Excellent
so
wife.
you make your way through all that, and you get to a big building. You know that it is the library because specifically, I think everyone here but the Bears. Well, actually, I say everyone. Specifically, Penelope and Johnny, as people who've traveled down through the path under Sherwood before, recognize this giant building has chunks missing from it that correspond to the various things that you found under Shalara's original base, and at that partway point underground that led to the portal that ultimately led to the weird Tower of Sleeping People, where you kept finding loose books. And this building is very tall, but it is not at all uniform. it seemed like everywhere that a piece of the base building has been removed or left out, a different library piece has been shoved onto it awkwardly and precariously, so that rather than looking like, say, a single unified building, this looks more like if you were to take a bunch of different Lego sets and enjoy the fact that the little pegs are universal. So you can just take chunks out of one and stick them on the loose parts of another, and that just fills up this ridiculous thing that looks almost like an ice cream cone that maybe fell on the ground and was picked up with stuff stuck to it all over
Oh,
the place. That said, it looks suspiciously stable, all things considered. Other people
what
seem to be
a
coming and going like normal.
what a weird looking library. Eh. Uh, Penelope is gonna look for the entrance and go into the entrance.
So at the base level of this weird ice cream cone shaped building, I say ice cream cone, it's not like a pointy ice cream cone, it's more like the cylindrical bottom ice cream cones. It goes up a little bit and then it sticks out in crazy directions from there, but the bottom part's like a cylinder.
Yeah.
And in the bottom part, you can see something that looks like it's the main entrance, rather than being like big, like double doors or anything like that. Um, the entrance seems to be a very similar to the big thing in miniature, like the building, but smaller, that pops open as people walk up to it, revealing a doorway to the inside.
Hmm. Yep. Just gonna go through.
Okay. Stepping through, you find yourself in the library lobby where there are people shuffling back and forth. There's a circulation desk. There are a number of magazines sitting throughout. There are people returning books or checking out books. You can see some librarians. You can see um, it's pretty busy in here actually for it to be the morning. Like there are people rushing back and forth with those AV carts like you would see on Substitute
Mm-hmm.
Teacher Day in the 90s, with
Yeah,
TVs and
yeah.
stuff on them, like big CRT televisions. And you can see as someone's rushing by, even though it shouldn't be plugged in and shouldn't be working, there seems to be an episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy on one of the screens as
Oh
someone's
no.
pushing Bill through the hallway. There are some very large flat desks that a bunch of people who look, to the extent that you can tell across different phantasmal species, to be about student age. Like the equivalent of teenagers to young adults seem to be around, reading things, filling stuff out, doing research. And the area immediately in front of you when you walk in has one of those like turnstiles with what looks to be like a metal detector, but rather than being like, a big solid like rectangle that you walk through, the
Mm-hmm.
metal detector seems to actually just be an archway that is made out of books, like stacked books across, stacked books in an arch above it. And when you see someone ahead of you running upwards, as they approach it, one of the books on the outside flips up, and then they pull out a card. They put the card in there. The book closes on it. The book then opens, releases the card, and then the books that were previously blocking their way through this thing open up and move out and make a pathway to walk through. So you have to walk through an arch of books to get in.
Ah. Okay. Well, she's gonna pull out her card and make sure it looks like a library card.
At present, it looks like a library card.
Cool. Then she's gonna go pick one of the books to open up the path.
Okay. As you approach it, you can see that a number of the books up there open slightly as you approach, and you think you can see eyes inside of the books giving you a once over, but otherwise not really interacting with you. And when you come across the book that opens up to receive your card, It opens up and it looks like the inside of it, the papers rustle around into like a weird little origami indentation about the size of your card so that you can place it there.
Okay. She'll put it there.
Okay, putting it in there. It
Hmm.
closes, and then you hear the sound of rustling papers. And it
Hmm.
takes Penelope a second, but she realizes it's kind of like when you are next to a desktop computer and the hard drive, the mechanical hard drive is clicking away, only it's the
Mm.
sound of paper doing that. And then after a moment, it opens up. You hear the sound of the book spine cracking, signifying that you are free to enter, and it returns your card to you.
Okay. She takes the card back. Um, Before she puts it away, she's gonna. I know, like a card doesn't really like have the top of its head, but she's just gonna give the card a little pat,
As you
and then
pat the card, you can feel the card growing warmer.
oh, and she's just gonna put the card back safely where it was,
Okay.
and she's
So
gonna go through with
yep, you
the
walk through the
bears.
arch. The rest of you on approach, the books look at each of you, start to reposition themselves to go in, and then they take a look at Morgan, and then they shuffle back out of the way and don't bother asking her for a card.
Oh no.
Well, let's go then. So the I guess the five of you pass through without issue. So Vivi's in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea where?
Nope.
Fair
Um,
enough.
I know she was. Um, from what I know, she was like rearranging books. I think, like making them into a poem that spelled out her name or something, talking about how she's great, which is true. But um, I'll be honest, I don't remember if Lucretia told me a specific area, and I'm feeling really goofy right now.
That's fair. Uh, Maybe we should get a librarian or something.
Yeah. Okay. Um. So Penelope is gonna look around and see where the nearest librarian is.
Do a perception check.
And I guess while she's doing that, she's also gonna keep an eye out for people who are roughly Vivi's height.
Fair.
Oh no! I'll go re-roll that.
Did did you double one?
No. I mean, I guess it went from 1 and then to 11, so I guess that's two ones next to each other.
Right, but like it.
Oh,
No, you
I
rolled a
see what.
one and it auto re-rolled your one into a one.
Oh no!
You
Fuck!
you hit a one in what 400 chance?
Wow.
Congrats. That's the
Luck in the
luckiest trait
stupidest way
luck.
possible. Damn.
That's impressive.
Oh.
I don't know if that's the right word for
Hold on. Let's see.
it.
Perception, reroll, D1 equals
Yeah,
1.
yeah,
Trait
rerolled it.
luck, yeah.
Rerolled a 1.
That's
Oh
amazing.
no.
Okay. Um yeah, you're looking around for a librarian and you the first thing that you notice is that when you were looking from the first side of the books, um the area was a little bit easier to comprehend. Like you saw like the younger phantasmals studying, you saw people checking out books and so on and so forth. You saw the circulation desk and the magazines and all that kind of stuff. Now that you've passed through the
Right.
books, you are noticing something that should have been more obvious before, but apparently being here makes it a little bit different. So the thing that you notice is that there are librarians, but they are a bit smaller, and they seem to be less people and more this.
Oh, it's a bunch of tiny hemlocks.
There are small black birds wearing masks flying throughout this library, picking up books, conversing amongst themselves and with other people who have questions. And you catch a little bit of it here. There were actually several birds pulling that cart that had Bill Nye on it before. It just seemed like a person at first, but now that you're actually inside, like, no, that seemed to be a psychological trick of the library. In fact, all of the staff here seem to be birds.
Oh
Do
no.
does Mishka see the birds too?
Yes, all of you see birds.
Oh, okay.
This is not just the result of a double one. Like, you really do see birds. Um, yes, there are birds everywhere, and they are all wearing little masks. And
Oh my god.
furthermore, as you're looking around for a librarian to help you, you do find a bird. A bird notices you, and you seem to be lost or confused, and it flies over to you, and it rests on a little book perch that you didn't notice was there before because it wasn't there before. A book popped out of a nearby bookshelf and gave it a perch to stand on. And it
Oh.
looks over at the bunch of you, and it says to you, "First time? First time in library?
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to library. What seek you?" You'll know that this bird is
I'm
just straight up
actually
talking to you. There's no spell going on. It's just capable of talking.
I'm looking for a friend, actually.
Friend good? What friend?
Uh, she's like this tall and gestures about how tall Vivi is. Um, very good at rearranging books. She may look different today. I don't know. But I know how she usually looks.
I see, I see. So you seek one with books, one who rearrange books perhaps unsolicited.
Yeah.
See, I see, I see. And your friend do this.
Um, from what I've been told, yes.
Very well, very well. Follow along. We'll guide.
Okay. I
And
follow the bird.
the bird is leading you down several hallways before reaching an elevator. And
Ooh.
then you know that you passed by a few elevators on the way here. It's not like the first elevator that you've encountered is the one that you're going to. You're apparently going to one that's a bit less immediately here. And when the bird gets you there, the bird says, "Push button,
Which button?
down button."
She pushes the down button.
You push the down button, a moment goes by, and then you hear a ding, and the elevator door opens, and the bird says, "Friend rearrange books, in basement, present,
Oh, okay.
in
Um,
trouble, for rearrange
what?
books, may visit,
Wait, what? What?
friend in trouble, punished for rearranging books, not part of system."
Is she okay?
She will be fine, simply in timeout.
Oh, okay. You said she's in the basement?
It, basement level.
Oh, okay. Um, so yeah, she gets on the elevator.
Okay, is
I assume
everyone joining
everybody's
her?
following along.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in there, you push the basement level button. The bird does not follow you in.
Ugh.
Um, the door closes, and you can feel the elevator starting to go down. Um, in terms of the elevator, as you look around in it, there are little like stick figure safety signs, like warning you to only like one of them says, "Be kind, wash your hands before touching books." Another one says, "Be kinder, dry your hands before touching books." A third one says, "Only touch books you intend to read." The fourth one says, "Only read books you intend to read." And the fifth one says, "Be wary of secrets." And that's just all it says.
Oh no.
So after you read those for a moment, you reach the basement, and contrary to what you would have expected, the basement has windows to the outside, and there's a lot of light in here anyway. Um,
Huh.
it's weird space nonsense, I guess. But as you walk out into the basement, you can see that there are a number of people in this room who seem to be wearing dunce caps, and they are going through the process of sorting and organizing the return books from various carts. Apparently, they are working off their crimes.
Oh no.
And among the many people in this room, yes, you can see someone who's a little bit shorter than Penelope, who at the far end of the room seems to be busy um, in a very tall shelf with a single ladder, begrudgingly walking up and down this ladder and placing books where they need to go. And one thing you notice from across the room is that as she places the last book in a row, a noise plays that Penelope may or may not recognize as the Tetris noise, and then that row of books disappears, and then the cart seems to repopulate with new books, and you can hear her from the
Oh.
distance like, "It's just bullshit. It's not there." And let's get her picture because we know what she looks like, but it's been so long.
I was like, I don't know if she's wearing a disguise or if it's just straight up Vivi or
It's just straight up Vivi this time.
yeah yo.
She's not hiding her identity here. Bam, Vivi picture.
Oh my god, that picture's
Yeah,
old.
it's the Vivi picture.
Yeah.
Hooray. But yeah, you can see her. She's got a little cap on, like I said, a little cone dunce cap, and she's sorting books. There are
Oh
plenty of
no.
other people in here also sorting books, but they all seem to be dealing with their own personal library maintenance hell.
Yeah,
There
so
are
Penelope's
occasional birds looking around watching over this, but they don't seem to be saying anything. They just notice you walking in, but aren't doing anything about it.
okay. And yeah, she's gonna walk over to where Vivi is.
All right. Yep. Crossing the room. You have to step around a few stack of books that seem to have fallen off of their carts. Um, you get the impression that maybe some of the people in this room were not as happy with their task, but nonetheless have to complete it before they will be allowed to leave. Um, One thing of note is that it seems that each person is given a shelf that is very inconvenient for them. Vivi has a very tall one that requires a lot of ladder usage. There's a Goliath who seems to be stuck stalking the incredibly low um, magazine displays. It
Oh
seems like
no.
anytime they put a book on a higher up display, it falls off. They can only stock the low levels. And there's
Ooh.
also one person who seems to have four arms and four hands. And every time they try to pick up a book with their lower arms, it falls out of their hand, allowing them no efficiencies.
No.
But yeah, Vivi sees you walking up, and she says, "Oh, thank God. Penelope, hi! Welcome to Book Hell."
You know what? if there was anybody who's gonna find book hell, it's you.
It's true. I was looking for it.
What? You know what? No, I'm not even gonna ask because like Lucretia told me what you did. I thought it was funny.
It was absolutely hilarious. Hey, these are your new
Oh,
friends, right? Gesturing to the bears.
yeah. And she gestures to the whole group and is like, I mean, you know Johnny.
Hi, Johnny. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? Haven't seen you since your birthday, maybe? Nah, they would have seen each other over the summer. Never mind. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Um, how you keeping up there? Oh, just fun times. I see you guys have rings. That's very nice.
Yeah, yeah. And she like Penelope holds hers up for Vivi to look at.
Ooh,
Yeah,
very nice.
that happened a couple of days ago.
Congratulations. I could tell from the weird aura that you've got some weird thing going on with those. So, congrats.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna do like an official thing later after we get the heck out of here. But
Fair, fair.
I mean, obviously, you're invited.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like
Um,
you're like legally required to be there actually.
oh, legally? Okay. Am I
Yeah.
giving you away or do your parents still get to do that?
They still get to do that, but like you get to be like um the best maid of honor or whatever.
I am pretty great. Sure, that sounds great.
Yeah. Cool. Um, so you're having to put these back in order, right? Oh
That's the
wait, hold on.
task.
Hold on. I just realized I never actually like I got so excited talking about this and she points to her hand that I didn't tell you literally who anybody else was. Um okay, so this guy, and she points at Mishka, is Mishka.
Hello.
Hello,
Mishka,
big friend.
this is Vivi.
Uh,
Um
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You have a lot of tattoos.
I do, yes.
Do they
Many tattoos.
move?
Hmm. They do. How would you know that, though?
Because I've been watching.
Oh, very observant. Most of the time, they stay under clothing. And he just kind of glares at a tattoo that is on his visibly on his arm now. Like, you get back, and it like does move back underneath his shirt.
oh my god.
What the fuck?
They are misbehaving in this library, it seems.
Yeah, that's going around.
um
Oh, you brought the
so
Waffle House guy.
yeah, that's Bjorn.
Pleasure is mine.
Oh, you guys do great work.
Hmm.
She gets close to you and she reaches out her hand to shake your hand.
Oh yeah.
And as you do, she pulls you down to her level and she says into your ear, "There's a book over there about the IHOP secret weapons department." And then she lifts you back up.
Yeah, he just finger guns to her and he walks the fuck away without saying anything. Pleasure's all mine. I knew you were. Like he was like he could tell. He was like one of a kind. And he just walks away.
Vivi, what did you do to it?
I just told him what he was looking for.
Oh.
Honestly, the real reason I'm in here is because it gives access to the basement books. It's the only way to get them. You just have to get someone upstairs to knock them off a shelf, and then they end up here for restocking, and then you get a chance to look at them. Because the birds
Hmm.
don't really mind if you stop to peek at stuff as long as you're doing your job.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, I got caught
Thanks.
on purpose.
You got caught on purpose.
That's how I got here.
You know, I thought it was suspicious that you got caught.
I think it's more suspicious that they just let you walk in here. If I'd realized they'd do that, I wouldn't have bothered.
I mm, I have questions about that too. I did not think about that when we walked in.
I think it's because, well, her, and she tilts her head towards Morgan.
You, have you met Morgan yet?
I haven't met her, but I remember you telling me about her popping up in your head.
Oh yeah. She's not in my head anymore. Um, yeah. Uh, Vivi, Morgan, Morgan, Vivi. The actual Vivi, not the tiny one that was like, yeah.
Of course, yes, this is the inspiration for the tiny gremlin in my brain. Well, in your brain
Yeah.
when I visited.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Yes. To answer your implied question, I have full access to all libraries. It is part of my territory.
Neat. I didn't even know that.
It doesn't come up as often as you'd think, but yes, I believe the nature of books being records of the past, at least in part, allows for that. My sisters are
Oh.
also allowed in all libraries based on speculative fiction and contemporary fiction.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if I'd known that you
Yeah.
had your friend for that, then I might have waited. But still, welcome. There's a lot of books in here. If you've ever wanted to read anything that you probably weren't supposed to, this is a great opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lucretia said that there were books about like halfling trade routes and like pit stops and all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh yeah, they've got a geography and history department that has all kinds of things, both things that happened and things that could have happened. It's really weird to read
Oh.
historical fiction, but like informed.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, this place is strange. It's got a lot of books that were actually written as long as they were lost to the world, but it also has a lot of books that were simply ideas that never got out of someone's head. And like while I was looking around in here, I found a book that I'd thought about writing a long time ago, but never did. And here it is. And then I read it. And it's probably good I didn't write it. It wasn't very good, but it's fascinating that it exists.
Oh.
Also,
Wait,
if you
which
go
book
to the
was
media
that?
department, they've got all the unproduced things that just had concept stuff put together. I saw
Oh
season
no.
2 of Firefly. It wasn't very good.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I can't
spent too much
imagine it
time on
would be.
backstory. They really lost the thread.
Ugh. Hmm. This really is a weird library.
Got neat stuff.
Yeah.
Boss Lady's also interesting if you run into her. She's floating around here somewhere.
Oh yeah. Have you? And she like leans close and she's like, "Have you met the witches yet?"
I met one. That's the boss lady. Yeah, I met her at one point. She was installing a new wing, and I happened to be here when it happened.
Oh, like new wing of the library or like new wing on a bird?
You would think I was talking about a bird, but no, it was a new wing to the library. Though I would not be surprised if she also installed new wings on birds. She's very curious.
Huh.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
things pop into this world and people let the leadership know that they exist, the one of the witches flies out and gets it and brings it here and shoves it wherever they feel like it. Sometimes they get bored and move things around.
Huh. I say, where'd you see her last?
Oh, shortly before I got in trouble, like she's upstairs somewhere. I think she's up in the one of the high floors. Um,
Oh.
from what I could tell, she was reading up on, well, whatever is going on in this place, I guess. She seemed to have a book on Achilles.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. You probably you haven't heard what happened then, or did you?
I, I've been in here for about a day and a half, so outside of like when you messaged me before, when you told me you saw dinosaurs, I've really just been
Oh,
stuck
okay.
inside. I haven't got much news. What happened?
Okay. So like the we fought the butcher
You're
and his
alive. Good.
servant,
Wait, where
and
are Anise and Aidin okay?
yeah, Annis killed a guy.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah. But yeah. So we defeated the butcher. Like he's gone.
Did Anise kill him?
No, no.
It was out of character. It was Mishka.
Anise killed another guy. Wasn't it? I think it might have been Anice's servant. I don't remember.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, she is a
that sounds
servant.
right. Huh?
Right, they have servants now, don't they? Oh, that must be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Just sitting down and
Uh,
asking them a million questions, finding out about stuff.
I mean, I've been trying. They don't exactly want to tell me everything.
I guess
Like,
that's the nature of
I,
mystery.
yeah. I. Oh, okay. I know who Anna's servant is, and I can't tell you because I told Annis that I wouldn't tell you. Um, but like, I think the two of you should totally meet and talk to each
Okay,
other at some point. It'll be really
sure.
cool.
I would like to do that before they die or are sent away at the end of this thing.
Yeah, that, yeah. So you got, yeah, you got to do that before that happens. Oh my God, that is gonna happen, huh? Ugh.
That's my understanding of it.
And then I don't
Like they're all
know
good for
who
maybe a few weeks and then they're gone.
yeah, I don't know who Aidin is. I have like a vague idea of who he might be.
Well,
Um,
probably best you don't say anything out loud regardless.
yeah,
Between you and me,
but
those
like,
birds listen to every damn thing.
hmm.
She looks up at a bird and does the thing where she like points two fingers at her eyes and then at the bird. The bird lifts its little bird leg and does the same back.
But yeah, I think it like if you could talk to them at some point before they go, that'd be really cool.
I mean, I would like to.
Yeah. You
I've also got to see
okay?
those
Yeah. So
dinosaurs you were talking about.
yeah. Oh my God. Oh my. And she like pulls out her phone, and is just like scrolling through whatever picture she has on there, and she's like, look.
Oh, okay. Huh. I would.
Yeah.
I was expecting more feathers.
You know. Um.
I don't know. Maybe this
I
place is
think
what people think dinosaurs look like and not what they actually look like.
yeah. Or like the forgotten concept of I don't know.
That's
Either
true.
way, it
The
was really
maybe the
cool.
old idea of dinosaurs is what survived to this place since the new one replaced it.
Yeah.
This place is weird.
Yeah. It really is. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then like at some point, you two should talk. And she's like pointing to Vivian Morgan. She's like, because I think that would also be a really good experience for both of you. And she's like looking very pointedly at Morgan for that point.
Morgan looks over at Vivi and she says, "Suppose it would be interesting to meet the person who had such great influence on Penelope's life. You'll excuse my rudeness. I'm used to a smaller version of you that shoves me into boxes." Oh no, that sounds like a small me. I'd probably do that if I could. I appreciate being the big one for a change.
Yeah, like Tiny Vivi was like this tall, and she gestures with like the one hand to show how tall Tiny Vivi was.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, she's like this tall.
Oh, that is so tiny.
She's so wee. It's very cute.
Such a tiny one.
So you're big Vivi.
I can live with that.
um. Okay, so are you okay to keep working with the books here, or do you want help finishing those?
I should be done in a moment. I've been taking my time.
Okay.
I've been kind of playing your namesake's game of intentionally doing a really bad job so that I can have more time to thumb through stuff. But I've already seen most of what I was looking for. Um, that said, I did direct your friend to a book that he might be very interested in.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That explains a lot.
Meanwhile, across the room, hey Bjorn, there's books.
Books.
You were directed towards a specific shelf that is not entirely full, so it hasn't disappeared and been restocked yet.
Books.
Um, on that shelf where Vivi was pointing, there is a book that you notice has the Wahoo logo on it.
I'm gonna slip that shit into my bag.
And next to the Wahoo book, there's another book that has the IHOP logo on it. Apparently, they were touching.
Oh,
Oh
I'm
no.
I'm wiping off the Wahoo book. It deserves better.
The Wahoo book, as you're looking at it, seems to include, well, from the title of it, it says Waffle House, the store, the myth, the legend. And it has a martial arts style picture on it of a woman holding a chair ready to do battle.
Fuck yes. Slide that bad boy back in there. And
The
I'll thumb through.
the IHOP book
Yeah.
has a lot of employee confidential writing on it. It's like it's actually bound in what looks like caution tape to prevent someone from just freely opening it.
I'll sleight of hand that shit.
Okay.
We where's my 22 baby.
All right. So you deftly slide the almost caution tape material off of it, freeing the book in such a manner that you can now open it.
Alright. I pull my notepad out and my pen and I prepare fucking transcribing shit so they don't know that I fucked with it, and that is what I'll be doing.
Okay. Um, when you open the book, uh, give me a wisdom check or wisdom save.
Fuck off. I'll kill you. Fuck you, IHOP. 17.
Okay. So with your 17, you get this feeling that the book does not want to open for you,
I'll kill
like
you.
you've not passed its test.
I'll fucking kill you.
However, because you rolled high enough on the wisdom, it cannot compel you to keep it closed.
I'm gonna fucking open it, son of a bitch.
You open the book, and inside of the book, you start to see schematics. You see the design of an IHOP, which on the surface looks quaint and normal. But then as you pay closer attention, you see little drawn out lines to captions specifying areas of maximum defensive potential. You see battlefield notes of areas to defend, areas that you can sacrifice to the enemy without losing much ground and actually lure them into traps. And most notably, you see a reference to the PCG, which is apparently the most dangerous weapon in their arsenal, which it has a page number next to
The
it.
pancake cannon.
PCG.
Okay, good.
Are you so bold as to skip ahead to the page with identified with the PCG?
Oh, I would like to.
Okay. Thumbing ahead to the PCG page, um, looking in the book, what you can see is a pair of eggs with some bacon smiling at you. And then the book leaps out of your hands and begins to ruffle itself. And you notice that it seems the book is casting a spell.
Oh no.
I would
And
like
yeah, what would you like?
uh I would like to immediately because you said it jumped out of my hand.
Yep.
Uh Fucking telekinetic movement fucking yoink that son of a bitch back into my hand. Because
Okay.
it's a smaller, larger
It's a small
object. It's not
object.
a
Yeah.
yeah, it's an object, so it doesn't get a choice.
Nope, you can do it. You can absolutely move it. But point being, it is opened and it is casting a spell. The book is
I
casting
am
a spell.
I'm gonna fucking disrupt that son of a bitch
All right, how are you doing that?
by slamming it shut.
You slam the book shut, but the spell continues, and something appears to be summoned in front of you.
Oh, god fucking okay. What's summoned? It's a pancake golem. I'm
A,
gonna.
a massive, large shaped, easily 8 to 10 feet tall based on where it flops its pancakes around Golem, appears in front of you. You can smell the syrup. Everyone in the room, even the people across the room, can smell the syrup of this thing.
Now
And it
is
Good.
it
smells like a delicious breakfast, but it
no? But
seems to be very
okay.
angry at you.
Well, the book is going in my bag. Fuck the golem. It can't have it.
Okay, you can stow the book away. The golem, however, is angry and it will attack you, and we'll pick that part up when we resume with this group next week.
Ah!
Fuck you,
Fuck!
IHOP. Fuck you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You just hear angry orcish yelling. Just
uh, yep, there's a pancake golem. I've
Oh,
been
wait, is he
waiting
on
for
the hot
you to
rug?
encounter a pancake golem.
I
Can I
don't know.
share the picture with you? I'm going to share the picture with you.
It's like y'all thinking he's human with his big old chonky teeth.
Oh, no. No, I didn't know what he was. I didn't think he was human. I just didn't know what.
Yeah.
Angry orcish yelling. I fucking scream.
Wow, we found out new things about both of the bears today.
All right, let me get you a picture though, because I want you to see it. So like that's the picture that we're using for its mini. Someone on Reddit at one point built this with Hero Forge and
Oh,
shared the link,
oh
and a
no.
bunch of people started making custom versions of it with like
Of
bacon
course.
and other armaments. But I thought it was amazing, and I'm like, well, I know somewhere I can use that. I'll include a link to the thread where this was posted whenever I get around to posting this episode. But yeah, I want to show you what I have set up for its token, but I'm not going to bother with the map until we get there. Um, but yeah, can I not share a token picture? Rude. Why are, there it is. I'm going to show you. There you go. This one. So its token looks like that.
Oh my god.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So next time when we resume, you're fighting a pancake golem in a library with some
Yeah,
angry
them
birds
books
watching.
are gonna.
Well, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Yeah. So we'll do
See
that next
everyone else.
time.
Ugh.
For right now, let's take a 5 minute break because we're at the halfway point. And when we get back, we're going to see what's going on in Aidin town because you've waited long
Okay.
enough. So, all right, muting the stream for now. We'll be back in a moment.
Hooray.
Get some water.
good for it.
All right, muting
I'm
is
ready.
off. We have returned. Yeah, we're doing
Oh
that
no.
split thing where like we'll find out what happens with the pancake battle next time. Um, now the more serious thing, dreams of statues. So, people, you're with Aidin. Aidin, you wanted to take a peek inside of your boy, and all these other people are like, let us come with you. Let you guys determine how you want to do that.
So they took the statue into the church,
Yes.
and we saw them doing that from the Waffle House.
Yes, because it's across the
Okay.
waterway.
Yeah. So, and then we had the discussion with Morgan. A couple people said not to let him go into Clover's head alone. I think it was Morgan, and I think Derek was also like, "Yeah, we
Yeah.
shouldn't."
Yeah,
Okay.
Derek was a little hesitant about that.
Yeah.
Derek is
So
still
yeah,
remembers turning into a Pokemon
yeah,
as
that's
a
fair.
distinct
That's
thing that
fair.
could happen, uh,
Okay.
as does
Yeah.
Freddy,
So
not
I
that he
think
said anything.
Freddie wasn't in the dream. Like
No, but he was told about it.
oh, he was? Who told him? Because Anise
Uh,
wouldn't have told him.
Annis didn't tell him.
Okay.
That's a thing
He's
you can
lying.
figure out
Well,
later.
we'll figure that out later. So yeah, Anise would definitely. Morgan was gonna give someone. Oh, the little charm that had the tiny gremlin Vivi in it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Has that happened?
Penelope handed it off, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Annis would definitely go into the church to go be like, "Hey, Aiden, on second thought, let's not." So we can either have that conversation on screen or we can skip ahead.
Um, because this determines whether or not there is a conversation. Like, does Aiden have a problem with other people wanting to go in?
I mean, that's a conversation they have to have when they get to him.
Okay.
Okay, then we
Okay.
will pick up when you get to him because I don't want to
Yeah.
cut anyone's agency out of this.
So
I
it's
figured they'd have a
yeah,
conversation.
so it's Annis and the boys.
Yep.
Everyone else is either at the library. Yeah. Okay. So they would, yeah, so they'd head inside to where the statue is. And I guess Annis will approach and be like, "So, Aiden, uh, on second thought, I don't know that it's a good idea to let you go in there alone, considering what happened the last time we went into someone's head, the last couple times we went into someone's dreams. Well, you all went into my dream, but I was still there. Anyway, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't want you to get, potentially have a demon tree in your head because you went into the statue.
Well,
Weird. This is weird.
demon tree tried to get in my head outside of a statue. Um, the reason I didn't really push was because I could tell you were hesitant when we talked last, and
Well, it's
I I
I,
can't ask somebody who's not sure and not resolute to go in because it's dangerous. I know it's dangerous, Annis, but I also know you have a lot on your plate. And he just kind of like stares off to the guys in the background.
yes, it would be. It's a big risk, but I don't think I want you to do it alone. If that makes any sense.
Mm,
It's a big
I
risk. It's really dumb, but I do dumb things a lot, so I'm not letting you go in there alone. If you don't want me for some reason, Derek kind of volunteered to also go in.
just peeks over like, really?
Freddie said he'd come along too if we all went in. Sure
Okay.
about that. But point is, I can't let you do it alone. And also, I've got a bone to pick with Einosh. So if he shows up, I'm just gonna give him the middle finger and kick his ass or something. If
Okay.
I even can. there's a lot I don't know about what's going on here. I know you just want to go in and make sure that Clover knows that, you're working to help him and we're going to take down stupid fucking Einosh. And I get that. And I want it to help.
He kind of puts a hand out, like he appreciates it.
Team Sherwood, ride or die, can't let you do it alone, etc.
Yeah, it's like fist bumps, and it's just like you never know. I mean, if you, I guess, pick the bone with him in there, maybe something will happen out there. It- anything could happen, and I guess points to the head, like in the dream. There's a lot of things that I'm concerned about variables for, so I'll be doing preparation out here.
So you're not going in right away. I kind of thought you were just going to jump right in now, but
I'm not that insane. No. Uh, I would like to make sure that there's as much wardings and preparation and, interwoven spells first. Problem. I I don't have currency here. I was gonna ask, Charity if she maybe had some ointments, and they're not super expensive. Yeah, it's like made of mushroom powder, saffron, some fat. I would like to be able to get a hold of that. Um, you know,
I know you don't have currency at all. Why would you? You're a horseman. You
uh,
never needed it before.
we're
I have a lot
bartering.
of gold. Surely there's a bank somewhere where I can just exchange it.
Say I don't know what a bank is, but if it works, it works.
I've been meaning to go out and look for some things anyway, so I suppose I can go and try and get some currency and get some. Is it any kind of specific ointments or is it just ointments?
Those are the ingredients needed. They're about 25 gold worth.
Ah,
I've
okay.
got to prepare, yeah, a paste.
So you're going to be doing some clericy things in here, or are you going to go out into the city and look for things?
Hold on, I gotta look at some of this time that it takes really quick.
Like your
Uh,
casting times and your durations.
yeah. Cleric shit, baby. Uh, okay. One thing we need to do is stop by because the other church is like what, right next door, essentially. So I
Oh, the
can
Temple of
get,
Eldath? No,
yeah.
that was somewhere else in the
It's a
city.
bit away.
Fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll save that for later. I needed to get Word of Recall set up over there. Um, but I'll do that later. I
But that was in the
think.
nice part of town, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah. Yeah, because the guys all went to the bad part of town.
You went to each other's destinations.
Where's
Yep.
fucking? Where are you? There we go.
The if the bank thing doesn't work, I could maybe see if my new friends with in Backdraft have any other way of making currency, I guess.
Uh, let's see. I. I'm gonna need. He kind of looks over to like Derek and like Anise and Freddie, and he's because me the person, could I prepare a dedication for them since 24 hours? They are essentially helping on behalf of like Eldath with Aidin.
Like,
It's part of ceremony.
right? Let
It's only
me.
for 24 hours, essentially to prepare them for this trip. They're working on behalf, but they're not obviously like permanently working for Eldath or anything.
All right, taking a look. I had to look it up
Uh,
because I don't remember all the options with
yes,
ceremony.
you touch
Touch
one
one
humanoid who
humanoid
wishes
to be
to be
dedicated to your god's
dedicated.
service for the next
Yeah.
24 hours. Whenever the target makes a saving throw, can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the save. Creature can benefit from this right only once.
Yeah, so essentially he'd be using it for this mission, like as a you're here on behalf helping.
You can do that, just bearing in mind it takes an hour each time you cast it.
That's why I was like,
Yeah,
there's preparation to be done going into this. That this is not something he's taking
like
lightly.
because they're helping you and you are, so far as anyone is aware, acting within your capacity as the cleric of Eldath, you can do this. Although, again, they can only benefit from it once ever, so that is your call.
I feel like this is one of those moments where it's going to be very important. Cool. So that means I need 25, 75. I need a lot of powdered. Yeah, he looks to Anise. I need a lot of powdered silver.
Ah, well, I'm sure we can find that much more reasonably than diamonds, for sure.
And then I'm also gonna need, yeah, so 100 gold pieces worth of materials essentially.
I've got a
Excuse me.
couple things I want to look forward to. Not to turn this into a shopping episode, I
No,
Yeah,
promise.
I
we could.
don't even want
I'm
to
not going to
spend
make you
time
go
like.
proper shopping. None of the things that you're
Mm-hmm.
looking for are unique. So,
Yeah,
which is
Mm.
the
I was like,
critical thing.
yeah, I needed to let you know exactly what I needed, but
Yeah.
I don't want to spend time
No,
wasting
we're
on
not
just
going to
going into
like
town for this.
if you were
Yeah.
looking for a specific like you need a statue of you made out of like salt taken from the moon, then yeah, we'd have to figure it out. But you're
Okay.
talking
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
basic clerical things in a world that has clerics. You're
Much
essentially going to be going
appreciated.
to the cleric equivalent of like a
Costco.
Staples. Like they're going to have plenty of stuff. Like you have to get your holy water fresh, but everything else they've pretty much just got on standby. I'm not going to
Hey
make you
yo.
do too much with that.
Yeah, so Aidin might send you with a shopping list because he's about to start fucking making like magic circles out the ass just because like.
That's
Okay, so
not how you make those.
you need
Huh?
ointment.
Yeah.
I'm just ignoring that.
Oh.
uh
Oh. I understand now. Okay. I understand why that was said.
yeah.
Yeah, he'll be like, Anise, I need these things. Please and thank you.
All right. Well, okay. Uh just gonna look over to the guys. Who's up for some shopping? If you don't want to come along, you can stay here with Aiden.
So looking at the guys, Derek looks at Annis and he looks over at Freddie and he says, "As much as I would like to go shopping, I think I should probably stay here and support the big guy while he gets everything ready. I think, uh, Freddie, you probably are better at shopping for cleric stuff by virtue of spending a few years living in a church while you were not getting close to other people that you should have been getting close to. But regardless, you were probably better suited for this mission, so I will hang back here."
That was not. That was an arty reaction, not not an honest
Yeah.
reaction.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like tries really hard. She like covers her mouth, tries really hard not to like smirk.
Aidin, oblivious to this, is just
Turns it into
happy
a cough.
that Derek's
Freddie
like,
stares at this, then he stares at that rest of me like, "Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I know how to buy things for clerics. I had to do this. I was also as effectively in a similar role on the boat. Go to land, buy stuff, got it. Like I can take care of this."
Oh,
He
just
looks
like
a bit
before, where
sheepish. Like he's not rising to the bait.
good. So like she tears another page out of her notebook and is like, all right, so what exactly do you need, big guy? And
And
then
then
we can
just
just yeah.
yeah, just all that silver and those ointments, or not the ointment, but like the saffron,
So you
the
make your own ointment. You don't buy it
yes,
pre-bought. You buy the ingredient. Okay, okay.
yeah.
I'm
I need the
learning
fat, the
learning a lot of
powder.
new things. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I think it kind of was like way in the beginning. Like Aidin makes his own medicines.
that's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that now. That's why he was so interested in learning from Alder and Anise. Yeah.
yeah. He was excited because y'all had ingredients he hadn't encountered before.
Mm-hmm.
It's his time to shine. Medicine, baby.
All right. So hopefully I can find everything on this list. And she's added a few things of her own that she's been meaning to track down.
Sure.
And you were mentioning needing to go to your lady's temple. Is that something I can do for you, or do you need to go yourself?
Oh, that's I'm gonna have to go there to kind of set up how do I let's describe this? Like if I go to her temple and I'm like if we're in trouble, I can just port us back. Granted, I don't think that's gonna be as much of a thing to be concerned with since our bodies are already here. They will be here. It's more so of if, once we go back out and about. So I can do that later.
All right. Ooh, okay. All right. So let's go shopping.
All right.
Yeah.
As mentioned, it's not that hard. You get
Yeah.
directions from some of the essentially some of the clergy here in the church that you're at right now for where to find basic cleric supplies. And yeah, there's like a little it's like a it's kind of like a food stall type thing. Like it's not a walk-in place, it's a walk-up window. There's a cleric working there. Or at least there's someone wearing cleric robes working there. You're not sure if they're
Hmm.
actually a cleric or if they simply understand the market. Um, and when you walk up to them with your shopping list, they nod. Um, it's actually it's kind of funny. It's like a cleric orc. um, but the big guy nods and goes, "One moment," and he goes behind with your list and he starts grabbing stuff from little cubbies and stuff that you can see from there. You get the impression that this is pretty standard fare for this guy, and that based on the other stuff that's kind of around here, it seems to be a general purpose spell component shop. Like the cleric stuff is pretty obvious, but there's a bunch of other stuff that is probably more druidic or even arcane focused. Like he's got a
Hmm.
fair share of small plants and other things, like nothing that would be enough to grow with, but enough to fill out like a little component pouch. He's got plenty of that stuff.
Yeah, Anise will stock up for her stuff too.
Okay. Yeah. And when it comes to
Um,
currency, like yeah, your gold is accepted here.
oh, cool. Uh, so one last thing, or a couple of things. Is there anywhere in this city to get diamonds or diamond dust that you know of? She slides a gold coin across. Like, please tell me.
He sees you sliding the coin across, and he holds his hand up to gesture like, no, you don't have to do that.
Oh,
And
okay. She
and then
slides it back.
and then he says, the diamonds are in great demand, but we we have connections at the parent branch. This is simply the satellite shop. If you're looking for diamonds and you have the coin to purchase, then all you need to do is go here. And he slides you a business card that has a map of the city on it, and there's a little
Oh,
star on it in one spot. And based on the business card, you know that the name of this business operation is Holy Shit.
yuck. Ennis actually laughs out loud. Oh,
Yeah, we don't
I
really
am
know what it.
unmuting for this one. That is beautiful.
He says, "Yeah, I know it's a cute name, but the founder decided that if we sell holy shit, we should be honest about it."
I mean, that's fair. All right. And
But
then
yes, if you
for
go
one
there
other,
with your
yeah.
your currency, they should be able to set you
Hmm.
up with some of the more expensive items. For security reasons,
Okay.
we do not keep them in the satellite branches.
Understandable. Okay, well, you've been very helpful. Sorry, I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, my apologies. That was rude on my part. Yes, my name is Stuff'em.
Can you spell that?
Oh, of course. And then he writes down on the card for you with a nice Sharpie that he seems to have.
Eh, yep. It was a pleasure to meet you. Hopefully, we'll be back for more stuff later. But for now, thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for shopping at Holy Shit. Please keep us in mind next time you need Holy Shit. Whenever you're in need, just shout Holy Shit.
Of course, yes, absolutely. And she's actually laughing in character. All right, so she looks at the card and is like, okay, the best way to get to there is probably to go through this way, and she just starts off.
Yeah,
You
it is off in the
kind of,
direction similar to. It's actually not too far from the Eldath Temple because, like, yeah, the diamonds are in the more expensive part of town.
hmm.
But yeah, it's not too hard to get there. Like you've already kind of walked the way a few times now. You know where you're going. You're walking around with Freddie. Like neither one of you look particularly likely to get mugged. If anything, you notice that some people seem to be recognizing you, um, based on your recent popularity. That kind of makes sense. Um, but sure enough, as you cross the town, you come across the Holy Shit Emporium. And the Holy Shit Emporium is a very nice, upstanding building, contrary to its name. Like the Holy Shit is written in like the fancy cursive script, like it's some kind of really upscale business.
Anise will just stand there for a second and then like reach into her bag of holding and fumble out her old flip phone and take a picture. I
Okay.
don't think this thing works here, but I've got to show this to Penelope. She will get such a kick out of it.
It seems to take the picture just fine.
Hmm,
Like your flip phone does not have the best camera ever, but um, you can make out what it says.
cool. And then she will just head on inside.
Sure. Inside, it is a very nice establishment. They have big glass cases. There's jewelry and whatnot available. You can also see some of the more expensive spell components. You can see, similar to that one time when you went shopping in that place in Paris, you can see that there's an entire array of gem encrusted um, bowls and goblets and whatnot, presumably meant for spells that require such things.
Mhm.
You also notice that this place seems to have the white glove treatment. There's a very well dressed tiefling who approaches you when you come in, and he says in a very polite voice, "Hello and welcome to the Holy Shit Emporium. How can we help you today?"
I've got a few things that I need to track down, but first and foremost, I need a lot of diamonds or diamond dust. Really, we're
Of
going to turn
course.
them into diamond dust, so if it's already dust, that's easier, I guess.
I do need
Absolutely.
some diamonds.
These
We
aren't just new.
understand completely. If I may, is it fair for me to assume, based on your general appearance and apparent wealth, that you are in fact one of the participants of the Holy Grail War?
I'm going to need to roll something like
Sure.
insight. Yeah. If he didn't recognize me outright, oh, that was almost a 20.
I mean, you get the impression that they seem to have identified you, but are just confirming out of politeness.
You could say that, sure.
Wonderful. In that case, I would like to invite you over here to the VIP section. And
All right.
he leads the two of you over to a table that has a wide assortment of gems. And yes, that does include there's actually it kind of looks like a popcorn machine filled with diamond dust, and there's a little scooper. And you can tell as you approach it that you are passing through a series of bounded fields, presumably meant to
Oh.
act as a security deterrent from anyone just like rushing it. But while you're with him, it doesn't seem to be affecting you.
Hmm.
And then he says, as you can tell, our security is top notch. We do our best to ensure only the greatest quality products, but we still, of course, wish for you to see what you're purchasing before you do so. That is one of the many ways that the Holy Shit Emporium seeks to serve you, the customer, who we consider our guest and friends. Now, as a VIP member, membership, of course, is offered pro bono for you. We would actually like to discuss with you if you would be interested in a sponsorship opportunity. We would like to be your go-to diamond dust providers for the duration of this Holy Grail War. And should you be open to such an arrangement, we would simply be asking that in any public appearances where you identify yourself as a master, you shout the name of our establishment. And when you enter battle, please at least mention us once. We appreciate the name drop. We want everyone to know that we were the ones who provided you with the resources necessary to
Holy shit!
bring about the world. That's it. That's it. Disembodied voice who is not present. That is what we are asking for.
Shit.
Okay, okay.
And in exchange, we would be happy to provide you with material support during this conflict.
I mean, I can, I can certainly do that.
Wonderful. In that case, he then asks you, how much diamond dust are you looking for today?
How much do you have?
Oh, we have a snowman's worth of diamond dust. I would not recommend trying to take all of it, however. That gets a bit heavy, and we would not want you to be endangered for simply walking out with such wealth. However, should you desire, we could provide you with a limited supply for now, and then if you can let us know where you'll be staying, we can provide you with additional resources covertly for your safety, of course, at whatever location you desire.
Hmm.
I just tell them. I feel like okay. I know I'm not there, but I feel like the safest thing to say that Anise would know is like the Temple of Eldath. It would make the most sense.
Or just the temple in general, the one where Clover's statue is.
Oh,
Because
the
I'm
Residuum Temple.
yeah, because I can't remember if we said we were going to the Four Seasons or not. And obviously I'm not telling them where the base is.
Yeah, that was like there was no way I figured you would want to tell that, which is why I kind of threw that out there. Um,
I would definitely take you up on your offer for a smallish amount now. We have in our group we have a cleric who uses a lot, and then I've got a few spells that use it as well. And it'd be nice to have a bunch of it on hand. We The best place for a delivery, I suppose, would be is okay. Does the temple have like a name, or is it just the temple? I can't remember.
Oh, the one where Aidin and
Lu-
Co are right now.
Lucretia is. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, let me get that. Do, do, do. Yeah, it's just referred to as the Cathedral of the Holy Grail.
that's right. It the best place for a delivery would be to the Cathedral of the Holy Grail.
Very good. We would be happy to provide it via our own, of course, white glove service. We will provide. Um, should we have it delivered directly to you, or do you have someone you would like to receive it? We just want to make sure that we're giving the materials to the right person.
If I am not there, let's see. If I'm not there, there should be a lady that goes by the name of Lucretia. Uh, she would probably be the best bet.
Very good. Then, if we will hand you, of course, like tell me, is this amount good for now? And he takes out a little vial and he fills it with dust from the big scooper. And then he takes out a second vial and he repeats this. And then he says, I understand that it's common to refer to the gold value of these things as a unit of measure, due to the peculiarities of this spellcasting component world. I'm not personally a practitioner of magecraft, but I understand that these are the norms. So what I have here is approximately 2,000 gold worth of diamond dust. Is that sufficient for your immediate needs?
Um, Out of character, Aidin needs it for Revivify, right? How much is
I
it?
need diamonds, not diamond dust.
Oh.
Yeah,
Did you
and it's
need diamond dust?
300.
300. I think it
Yeah.
Greater Restoration uses it. Yeah. And then a couple of my other spells too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that okay. So you need diamonds
Need
themselves.
diamonds.
Okay. That should
Greater
be
restoration.
enough. And then what about intact diamonds? How much of that would you be able to pot with?
Ah, an interesting need. Yes. One moment. And he goes over to the case that seems to have on display diamonds. You'll notice that these diamonds are sitting on little pedestals, to really showcase them, and that they have little light sources floating around them to make them sparkle all the time. And says, yes, I understand that the size of the individual diamonds matters most for the purposes of these. So I suppose it would depend on your diamond size needs. They come in the 100 gold variety, the 300 gold variety, and the 500 gold variety.
Um, did I didn't happen to write anything like that down on his
Yeah,
list?
he would let you know that it's like a diamond worth 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
And then yeah, the greater restoration. Yeah, that dust is
Mhm,
great for that.
mhm.
Oh,
And for operating the circles that will take us out of Moon's
yes.
End.
Yes.
Um, the 300 size, those should be good.
Very good. In that case, again, for safety, as we don't want to overload you with too many, um, I shall provide you with three of them now, and then I will have an additional assortment sent over more discreetly by a courier.
Holy shit!
That's right. Holy shit is here for you.
All I could.
I needed all I wrote down was expensive ass jewel. I'm trying to find the spell that would have wrote because it wasn't specific. It just says I needed an expensive ass jewel for something on
Right.
this list.
I'm gonna add some diamonds and stuff to your inventory.
Cool.
But yeah, you got
He was looking
sponsorship.
also for oh goody, getting kind of Hunger Games here. There it is. Okay. It just says a jewel worth at least 1,000 GP. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
All right, I had to make a diamond dust item because it wasn't actually in the game. That's so stupid.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's where I was trying to keep tabs, and that actually
Yeah.
reminded me I needed to
All
take
right.
another 100 away for the last time Freddy got fucking turned into a goddamn rock.
I mean, you know.
Did was Anise able to get like the powdered silver and the ointment ingredients from the satellite store before?
Yeah, those were fine.
Okay. Okay. So the last thing on her list is something to use for a scry focus. The spell says it has to be something expensive, but her mom was also just using a teacup, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, just has to be something that it,
Oh, and then
regardless of the actual D&D, it has to be something that like has some significance to you or
gotcha.
something
Yeah,
that
because
has
Scraggle used like a
sufficient
beer
value.
stein.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. So once we're done with the diamond stuff, is Annis allowed to just walk around the shop and peruse the wares?
Yeah, I'm just adding the items here. So I put an entry for diamond with the price in parentheses for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have diamond dust, which I'm just going to write the quantity in the name because the numbers are obviously not meant to show that, but you
Yeah, those are
can.
going straight in the bag of holding.
Mm.
Sure,
Or rather into the bag of sending, which then sends them into the bag of holding.
sure. But yeah, like looking around, like for the most part, non-unique spell components that are not specific to like a given location seem to all be available here, at least the more expensive ones. Like they have a little area at the front that is similar to the satellite shop where you can go shopping to just pick up some small stuff, but like this is the kind of place that if Aidin had found it before, could have maybe helped him out with that other item that he needed to get that wasn't like special, it was just a component. Like they seem
Mm-hmm.
to be a well-equipped store. So
So while
like
she's looking around, she'll look for something like an object that has a dragon engraving on it, and then just see if anything catches her eye that she could use as a scry focus.
I mean, yeah, there's lots of reflective and shiny things here. Um, it's really just a matter of like your style. Roll investigation.
Okay. Wow, not rolling super well.
It's
Not
okay.
rolling terribly.
I mean, like it's not super hard to find. You're just looking around. Yeah, like there's little hand mirrors. There are various beverage containers, which could obviously be filled with water if you wanted to. You find there are among the larger reflective surfaces. They're like little makeup mirrors. There are pocket watches. Um, there's just actual hand mirrors if that's something that's more exciting for you. And maybe the most unique and well, unique and fancy of these, there are actually large instruments like cymbals and you recognize among some of these instruments like brass things, like brass creations, like large horns, large sort of. It's kind of weird. So, like in addition to the metal stuff, you find there are some reflective petrified wood items that seem to glisten and sparkle in ways that you've not really seen them do before. You wonder if maybe these items were perhaps enchanted at some point to be a little more reflective than they should be for this very purpose.
Hmm.
Um, but in terms of something that would like specifically like reach out and grab Anise, nothing too specific is catching your eye right now. Just a lot of
Hmm.
neat things. In terms of stuff with dragons on it, yeah, there's plenty of that. Like this place is like a lot of these items have like small like filigrees or like little designs that have everything from dragons and phoenixes and traditional fantasy stuff, but also some weird stuff from like your side of the world that you would not have expected. Like one of them seems to just have like a tiny Ferrari on it.
Hmm.
Um, or you found another one that you're pretty confident just has a picture of like Snoopy. Um, you get the impression that maybe for these people that is what counts as exotic, like weird character designs. There's a Kilroy on a piece of just metal that you think might have been part of a warship or something at one point, but
Is there anything with a Charizard or a Dragonite?
oh, like for well, it's up to you to determine whether or not Charizard counts as a dragon. But um uh yeah, there's some items in here. Like you find in terms of reflective things, like you find some of those Burger King premium gold cards that
Yeah.
came out
Okay,
with the movie.
definitely. If that
Um
would work for her summon draconic spirit spell, she would definitely grab one of those.
you find one in like the fancy little Pokeball thing that they came in, so you can pop it open and there's a shiny card inside, and that would absolutely work for your purposes.
So she'll grab that. I've already decided because I looked through the
Oh wait, you need
inventory
something.
and realized
You needed something expensive, don't you?
I
For at
think it
least
is
something.
supposed to be something expensive, but
You
like
find a shiny original Charizard card. That is expensive.
That'll work. Even
Yeah,
in 2005, I think that would
yeah.
work.
They were
So
still expensive
she'll
then, but
grab that.
also they are valuable to the people that want them, which is
First
worth a
edition
lot.
Shadowless. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Yes, I am a nerd. So
There
she'll
you go.
grab that. I looked through my bag and didn't realize that she would have had a specific thing in her bag of receiving because I thought for sure she left it back at her shop. So she's going to use that for her scry focus. And I'm not going to say what it is until I scry.
Fair enough.
But she has a scry focus in mind. So she's
Excellent.
going to grab the shiny Charizard card.
Okay,
The first edition Shadowless base set Charizard.
there you go. One of the more expensive things you own now. If Anna
Uh,
survives the Grail War and still has this in 20 years, she's set.
oh, for life, for sure. Yeah, she absolutely puts it, pays for it, puts it in the bag of holding.
Excellent.
I think that was everything on her list. She needed an expensive ass jewel, but for a spell she's almost certainly not going to use.
Yeah.
Smash cut to 20 episodes in the future, like, damn it, why don't I have that expensive ass jewel? Um, cool. So yeah, not to drag the shopping episode
Sure.
part of the episode out for too much longer, but
Yeah, the
unless
person
anything else,
collects no,
yeah,
like the person collects your information. You have an agreement that you'll shut out holy shit. You're not signing like a binding like your soul is forfeit contract or anything crazy like that. It's just a business arrangement like normal.
yeah,
And the understanding that like if you don't keep up your end of the bargain, they're gonna cut off the gem faucet.
cool.
So there you go. Meanwhile, back at the church, um, so Aidin, you are getting ready with your like you don't have your materials yet. Are you hanging out at the
No.
church or are you making your trip to the Eldath Temple?
He's setting up everything he needs to
Okay.
do here. AKA he needs to find a source of water. If there's any in here, or
I
if he
mean,
has to
yeah,
start
there are
making.
plenty of sources of water. Like you're on the river. They have water brought in for various things. Like they produce their own holy water here. Um,
where's where's their pond of holy water? He's just like, do you have a
Just
pond of?
faucet.
yeah. So as you're working on this, one of the people, Laeticia would do this. She's bored. Um, how can we help you? You look like you're trying to do something complicated, and honestly, we would like to be of assistance.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. Yeah, Letitia. He's just like, I need. Oh, sorry, I've got a wild patches. Um, I need. Do you have? I don't know, like an indoor, like where you meditate in water at all. I don't know if that's really your god's thing, goddess, or just like a place to submerge by chance, just partially.
Do you need a bath?
Do you have like a big one?
We do. We have larger communal baths if you would like one, or we have more
That
private
would work.
ones.
Private. That'd be great.
Sure, I would be happy to help you.
Feel like I don't think anyone really wants to just kind of be around for this whole process. It's a very private process. Yeah, perfect. He just picks up the Clover statue. All right, Derek, we got things to prepare.
Sure, how can I help?
Uh, keep being you.
Oh, okay. Like, are you gonna be okay, dude? Like, this is obviously stressing you out. Is there anything that I can do to make this easier?
I mean, I don't think. I mean, do you know, like clerical magic?
I do not, but I can follow directions pretty well.
Cool. Okay. I'll get you some inks then in a moment. You're learning today, Derek.
Okay.
Congrats.
So, like, your plan is to go inside and make sure that guy's okay and not get eaten by a tree monster?
Yeah. Uh, I, I'd, and I make sure he's okay. maybe we can figure out, more stuff. Because there's no way. From what Anise has and Penelope have said, they don't even think that the guy that they met was Irvine. I mean, this tree is as old as what time? There's bound to be other people that were victim that we don't know their skill set. So, maybe Clover may know something, but that's not the main goal. I just want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you care about this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge. Like, I fell for Anise within like an hour of meeting her, and
Oh. I mean, she is pretty badass. Yeah. Who wouldn't?
I mean, she's pretty great. Like, for
Yeah.
real. I saw her and we hit it off, and it's been wonderful ever since. Like, I don't think you need to know someone for a long time to get a good feeling about them, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to go with it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, I think about it all the time. He, all he wanted to do was the same thing that we're doing now, and he met fucking Einosh, who clearly is really good at manipulating people because you can't tell me that like Irvine would have taken the deal knowing he'd just up and die by letting this guy take over his body. Like Irvine's smart. Like that was the whole thing. This guy has years of experience. He was a druid. Like Einosh is good at manipulating people. He tried to manipulate me into letting him go into my body at one point when we first faced him. Except I knew I wasn't gonna let him do that. And it's just he could have been with us. Like if you think about it, if he met us first, all he wanted to do was help. And nobody listened to him, like nobody listened to us, and here we are all together and we could have been a whole team and that just gone because this big ass forest asshole is just luring people and nobody else knows better. Like we had warnings. We had the I don't want to say it's like a privilege, but like we had the privilege to know what to look out for.
Well, like we knew what was going on, but we only knew it was going on because other people had already made these mistakes.
Yeah,
Like we
yeah,
benefited from that, but also just to be clear, like you didn't go into this blind, and
exactly.
you decided that you want to help this guy, and that's fair. And I mean, like we want to help you do that. Like I
Thanks.
personally, not a fan of the guy who was driving him when I saw him, but I don't think I
I
ever
don't
met the
think.
guy that you did.
Yeah,
So,
he's
like, if he's
really nice.
nice and you believe it, you seem to be a decent judge of character most of the time. So, I think that you probably are onto something, but I do want to make sure that you're okay, dude. Like you said, this weird tree thing, for whatever reason, is really good at manipulating people, and I don't want to see you with a bunch of mushrooms growing out of your head.
Oh,
So,
trust me, I'll get rid of those.
we're gonna try to make sure that you stay safe, but
Yeah,
just got to remember that like we all do want to keep you safe, dude. And so like I know that it's a lot, but realistically, I came to another world entirely to help out someone else. Like this isn't my fight beyond the abstract sense that we all need to live on this world when it's over, but like there's a lot of people that are here to help you and to help Annis and to help Penelope and like don't feel like you got to do anything on your own. Like we chose to come
yeah.
here.
No, I don't like asking things of people if they're not fully prepared for it. That's asking a lot.
I think you need to think of it less like asking and more like informing people and letting them make choices. Because not asking for help and not telling people what you're doing kind of deprives them of that opportunity. Like, let people volunteer, but they need to be
Oh,
informed to do
I've
it.
let people know. Some people died clearly. Yeah, I know, and I won't bother with said things. But I won't not tell you all.
That said, if we go in there and things start getting weird, I might have to kick you in the head.
So are you going with me into the dream, or are you staying outside?
I mean, I was gonna go if I can. Like,
Okay.
you're,
So you just kick me while in just don't I don't want to be pulled out too early. If I need to get something sorted, I need to make sure that he knows. I don't know if I mean you were obviously, what was it called, a sand shrew. Um in Anis's dream, Anis had power there. This is going to be a lot tougher because it's not just Clover. By possession, it means Einosh obviously has power there as well. And seeing as it's been half a year that Clover has been probably stuck in a hellscape, uh, I don't know if he mentally or confidently has control right now, and he needs to know that he can take control, and it's gonna be a fight just letting him know that. Like I
yeah.
said, this guy's good at fucking manipulating people.
But the thing is, like, yeah, in there, like, you can't go in by yourself because I'm telling you, like, if other people weren't there to finish up what we set out to do, I would be a Pokemon. And it's not like I chose to be a Pokemon. That's what the world did to me. So if we go in there and Clover's world is all mushrooms and Care Bears, and some of us turn into mushrooms and some of us turn into Care Bears, then we're going to need the ones who turn into Care Bears to get through this, and that's why you shouldn't go in by yourself.
Yeah.
So the more we send in, the more chances we have that at least one of us won't be turned into something and can get through this.
Well,
And
hopefully.
ultimately, I'm planning on going in there. And if it seems like you need more time, and I think we're not at the point where there's no coming back, I will give you that time.
Okay.
But if it seems like there isn't more time and you really, really want to make this happen, but I don't think it's possible, then I'm going to use my judgment there. Okay, can
Okay.
you respect that?
I will respect that. I will let you know in the moment. I might be upset,
Sure.
but I respect it.
Yeah, like
And
worst case scenario, if we get out too early, we try again.
yeah.
But obviously, we don't really want to go in there more than we have to. And
Oh yeah.
personally, if I can get a good look at whatever this tree thing is, I kind of want to punch it.
Please feel free. Maybe it'll
I
hurt.
I don't
Maybe
know
it
what'll
will.
happen if I punch it, but it's kind of my thing. I'll
Well,
punch it, I'll kick it, I'll go full parappa the rappa on it. It'll be great.
I'm not asking like this lately, so I have preparations for you and Anise and Freddie to hopefully, you won't be turned into mushrooms or Care Bears. Uh, it's essentially because you're working on behalf, like a dedication. It's only for essentially a day, but it should help give a little extra protection against any sort of intrusions.
I mean, you guys have always been the ones who know how all that works. I'm here to punch and kick things, and I'm planning to continue to do so. But as long as you've got my brain's back, my brain's got your back. So,
Yeah, he like holds up the hand with all the rings. I got your back.
all right, cool. In that case, yeah, when they get back, we'll do what we got to do. And
Until then, I'm going to start preparing all this holy water, make these circles, get y'all, you know, prepared. It's gonna be a few hours, and then we sleep on it. And we go in.
God, we sleep so much in this place.
Yeah, you know what? Get the rest while we can, okay?
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, just let me know what to do. I will follow along, and then when we get there, I guess we'll go diving.
Yeah, thanks. And he gives a hug to Derek.
Yep. The hug is returned.
My bro.
Okay. So yeah, Anise has been shopping. You've done some of your prep stuff. Um, Anise, as you're on your way back, Freddie kind of awkwardly says, I know I've apologized before, but I am still sorry about all of that several years of not being in touch. That that was
Wow.
that was
Okay.
my fault. Look, I wasn't going to bring it up immediately, but your boyfriend kind of put it out there, so I figure we should probably not have stray thoughts if we're going to go into weird dream hell.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, you should be sorry, and I accept your apology. We all do dumb things when we're young.
Yeah, especially when we're being avoidant. So, like, I had a lot going on. That was my own shit, but that shouldn't have been your problem. And if I'd stayed in touch, maybe things would have been a bit easier for all of us. So,
Realistically, I don't know what I could have done, but I would have done something.
yeah, also, like, my sister missed you guys. So, you know,
When this
would
grill war is over, I really need to catch up with them. I miss them too.
yeah, like, I think if we all make it through this and like none of us are statues or dead, it would be nice to have like a proper picnic or something. Like we could go out in the woods and I could get lost and you could find me just like old times.
Just like old times.
Also,
I
what the
think,
hell is going on with Buck being a genie thing now?
you know, I don't know. And I don't know that I want to know. Whatever he's doing, it's what he's doing.
Like is Beach still a book nerd? Is that at least still the same?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
gotten really buff now. He's a paladin, actually.
Oh, right. Huh.
And I think the twins and Holly would probably forgive you for being gone for so long, and I'm sure they miss your sisters too.
Yeah, we really need to get all of them together. Like they can meet Crosby's daughter. She's nice. A bunch of people that really just need to meet each other.
We just need to have one big old family reunion with all of Penelope's people and Aidin's folks and all them too. Just one big happy family reunion because we're all going to make it through this Grail War. I'm not going to allow anyone to die
Oh,
except for all the people that we need to kill.
right.
They can die.
I mean, we're doing pretty well so far. Um, and I'm sure that when we get through this, it'll be great. And then, like your friend Penelope's rich, right? Like she can just rent us out a big old restaurant or something.
Oh, for sure. If not her, Diana, and not Diana. Derek is pretty loaded too.
You have a lot of rich friends.
Not on purpose, but yeah, I'm not too bad either. Potion shop pays surprisingly well. A lot of it's from Clock Tower. I'll take their money any day.
I mean, if it spends.
It's okay though. Aiden doesn't have a single cent to his name. I don't know why he would. They don't have money. They don't really have or need money in his village in Sherwood, so
I mean, it was always more of a everyone participates and everyone gets stuff back, but that's kind of nice in its own way. Like honestly, after leaving all that and going back to trying to take care of things, like yeah, money matters. Would prefer to not be relying on a super vampire for money, but it helps. It gets you by.
that would be nice. Yeah. Doesn't help that got a whole bunch of cursed gold, and then my bird has been uncursing it this whole time.
I mean, that probably gets somewhere. Yeah. But hey, you've also got a sponsorship now. Do you have to wear like stickers or something?
I think we just have to shout "Holy shit" anytime we make a public
Oh,
appearance.
damn, I've been
We'll
doing
fight a
that for free
servant.
like a sucker.
Exactly. Can't
Well,
wait to tell Aidin.
this is an interesting place.
It's definitely an interesting place we found ourselves in. Didn't know what to expect out of this girl war, but it wasn't this.
Huh. Take the wins when you can get them. All right, well, I guess we should go dive into a statue's brain and fight a tree or something. I don't know. You guys have a lot going on. I'm still trying to catch up.
We really do. We really, really do. Yeah, I forgive you for all of the years of you just not communicating and all of the my chemical romance I listened to sadly in my room late at night.
Okay, you can't blame all of that on me, right?
I'm blaming all of it on you.
Oh man.
It's not all your fault, but I'm blaming it on you anyway.
I mean, as long as I didn't like make you get bangs or anything.
Oh, no, no.
Do what we can. And with
There was
that,
a point where I'd considered dyeing my hair black and doing makeup, but then I didn't. Buck and
no.
Beach were like, don't do that. That's silly.
I mean, you've seen your altar now, right? I mean, it's all kinds of crazy stuff if you ever want to go silver.
No, thanks.
That's fair. And with that, you get a little bit more chill, small talk as you walk back.
Hmm.
And um, suffice it to say, Aiden, you will successfully cast all of your prep spells now that you have materials, so that when we rejoin next week, we'll start with this plot so you can do that, and then we'll pick up in the second
Yeah.
half with the wonderful world of waffle pancake rivalries. Um, and I figure that way, if for whatever reason the stuff that we start takes longer than that half, we're at a cleaner place than awkwardly stopping that one in the middle. So that's what we'll do next week.
Roger.
Hooray.
Yeah, we'll catch up with Diana too. Don't worry, Diana's gonna have plenty of shenanigans going on. So
She's lost forever.
Diana
I
made the
do
bold
want to
choice of going to a different location.
Tee.
I do want to get back and then as I'm handing over the diamonds and stuff be like, yeah, so we're sponsored now. We have to say holy shit every time we enter battle with a servant or make any public appearances.
Ah.
But there's more of this where that came from. So here you go. Three diamonds, and I've got a whole
Oh.
bunch of diamond dust, and I found all of your stuff to make your ointment and your powdered silver and all that stuff. We just have to say
Sick.
holy shit.
Yeah, he looks at the three diamonds, and just, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Aiden
Say no
questions what
more.
the actual value of money is at this point.
Yeah.
Apparently, our reputation precedes us. We
Such are the
are
benefits of
celebrities
fame.
here. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll mark off these spells. It's 3 first levels.
Yeah, that's all
Sixth
I've got.
level.
I just wanted the holy shit thing.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, well, we'll pick up here next week, and then we'll find
Yay.
out what Diana's doing, and you'll also get to do fighting with a pancake and
Pancake golden.
learn a little bit more about
Pancake
that
fight.
library. So, weird busy
Yay.
session. Go
Yay.
team. All right.
Woo.
Yay.
Thank you, the internet. Have fun. Someday I'll post these videos. If you're listening to this now, I've already done that. You're welcome. I took way too long. Yeah.
See?
Good night, internet.
Good night,
Good
nerds.
Good
night.
night.